ऑनलाइन कौन सा? ठीक है।
Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to do simple future tense. In yesterday's class, we completed the 4 forms of the past tense. Okay, before that, we had also completed the various forms of present tense. Now we are going to do the future tense. Future refers to anything after the present moment. It can be within a few minutes, it can be within a few days or the next day or few weeks, okay, or a few months later or after a few years. All right, so all this time is referred to as the future. So, future, you know, the action that is going to take place later, not at the time of speaking, but after that. Like I told you, it can be after a few minutes or few days, etc., few hours. All right. So now let's see and learn about the simple future tense. Right. So simple future tense, what do? We use this to express both actions, formal as well as in informal situations, to express all future actions that are going to take place. So here you have to remember, while doing the present progressive, you have done it. Going to also can be used to express actions which are well planned and when you are sure about something. In the informal situation, formal and informal, formal, official. Informal when you're with your friends, relatives, etc. Okay, so when the situation is formal, you will use will, whether the action is planned or not planned, unplanned action, right? I will meet the commissioner tomorrow. So here, official, I'm meeting. So to meet the commissioner, what do you have to do? You have to plan, you have to take permission. Okay, so I will meet the commissioner tomorrow. This is formal and this is also planned action, right? Now let's check the informal situation. For planned action especially, we'll be using going to. Okay. For unplanned, even informal situations also we'll use will. I'm going to visit the planetarium next week. Okay. It's fixed. I will join you after 5 p.m. So I'm going to visit next Monday, next Tuesday, whatever. It is fixed. Next week is fixed for that. So now this is unplanned. Suddenly they have called you and you say, okay, I'll join you, right? So both planned as well as unplanned actions, but informal situations you will make use of I'm going to, especially for planned sure actions. When you're not sure about that, you'll be using will. Now let's check the structure for both formal and informal situations. Formal as well as informal situations, whether they are planned or not planned, we'll be using will. So here, how will you use it? Subject plus will plus the base form, like with all the first person, the second person, the third person, whether it is singular, plural, you will use, especially again, you have the differentiation between the American English and the British English. American English will be used with all the persons, whether it is singular, plural, first person, second person, like I will, you will, he will, she will, it will, they will. Okay, so that is how this will be used. Now, British English, they use shall. Shall also means will, but earlier this was restricted and they were very particular. Shall was used with the first person. I shall write a letter. We shall visit the zoo. But now, even British English also will is used. Shall has been replaced and we make use of will more often. Okay, so here let's check these sentences. I shall write a letter. Examples are given to you. So I, and then because it is the first person, shall is used. I shall write a letter. We shall visit the zoo. You will repair the computer. So all these are affirmative, that is positive sentences. She will improve her marks. Okay. So he will buy a new laptop. They will arrive tomorrow. Whether the situation is formal, informal, whether it is planned or not planned, you can use will happily with this. Okay. Now, when to use going to? Only in the informal situations and when the action is planned. Already you have set a particular time and you have planned about it. So how is the structure of this? Subject plus the verb be, the different forms of verb be. Do you remember in the present? Like I am, okay, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, they are. So that way, that and then going to. So you have the examples here. I'm going to write a letter in 5 minutes. Okay, so someone is forcing you, someone has told you, okay, I'll write it in 5 minutes. Don't worry. Informal situation. We are going to visit the zoo tomorrow. Fixed time, tomorrow. Again, tomorrow is also future time. You are going to repair the computer next Sunday. Again, fixed, but you're giving an order to someone which is informal. Maybe your brother or your sister. All right. Or your father is giving you this order Sunday. Don't waste your time. The other days. She is going to improve her marks in the next test. So don't worry. She's going to improve her marks in the next test. He is going to buy a new laptop on Monday. They are going to arrive tomorrow. Informal situation when you're speaking about someone and when the time is fixed, they are going to arrive tomorrow, right? Then you have the negative forms. You know how to write the negative forms. Again, it's the same. Subject plus will or shall plus not plus the base form. Okay, so I will not, you will not, I told you will, you can use commonly for all the persons, that is all the pronouns. You don't have to worry about that. And the contracted form of will not is won't. W-O-N-T with an apostrophe. Okay, and shall not becomes shan't. All right. So here you have a few examples. I shall not write a letter. So contracted form, how will you say? I shan't write a letter. We shall not visit the zoo. We shan't visit the zoo. Or I told you, American English, you can use will not for everything. You will not repair the computer. She will not improve her marks. He will not buy a new laptop. They will not arrive tomorrow. So negative, how to form the negative sentences. Now in the informal situations, planned actions in the negative. I'm not going to write a letter in 5 minutes. You have decided you're not going to do it. We are not going to visit the zoo tomorrow. You are not going to repair the computer next Sunday. She is not going to improve her marks in the next test. So observe it. How? You have the subject she, then you have the form of verb be is, and then not, then going to as it is. There won't be any change in that. He is not going to buy a new laptop on Monday. They are not going to arrive tomorrow. So have you observed the difference? Negatives, both the negatives, will not as well as the other one, right? Now you have the interrogative forms, that is questioning, how to write questions, right? So again here, you remember, you will begin with the verb will or shall plus subject plus base form of the verb. Will I teach in this college next year? So you're starting it with will Then you have the subject I here. Verb is teach. Will I teach in this college next year? I'm questioning myself. Will we have an exam next week? So again, it begins with will, and then you have the subject we, and then you have the verb have. The V1, base form. Will you go shopping? Will he come tomorrow? Will it eat bones? Will they invite them? So this is how you're framing the questions in the, using will. For anything, this is easy and better. You can use will and write down all the sentences in the future. But sometimes, you also use going to so that you don't get confused. You're being taught even this form, how to use going to. So here, how will you begin? The forms of be, the verb be, that is am, is, are, depending upon the subject, plus going to, plus whatever, verb or whatever you have after that. Then the question mark is compulsory in interrogative sentences. So check, am I going to teach in this college next year? So how did I, in the affirmative sentence, I've said I am going to teach. Now it becomes the, you have the reversal. You will start with the verb. Am I going to teach? The next one, are we going to have an exam next week? Are you going to the shop? Is he going to come tomorrow? Is it going to eat bones? Are they going to invite them? So this is how you will be using these verbs in the various forms. You have checked the affirmative, you have checked the negative and the interrogative. Now let's see the usage, how it is used, to express an event that will happen in the future, any action that's going to take place in the future. Common we can use will. So going to informal situation, but so that you have an idea about going to, that has been given to you. Now we'll concentrate or emphasize on will. So future action, I will go to America, maybe next year, whatever, future. For actions decided at the moment of the speech. Suddenly he developed a headache. He has a headache. And what will you decide? He will take some tablets, he will take some medicine. Okay. For unplanned future actions, like present situation, we are unable to plan, isn't it? We will have college soon. We are all presuming, we are all thinking, okay, the college will start, it will reopen soon. Okay. Then for offering or for asking for a request or promising, ordering, etc. Like, when you're offering to get something for someone, you have already done it. Shall I get you a glass of water? Okay. So that is how you offer. Then when you're requesting, will you please help me? Then you're promising someone, okay, I will buy you a new phone next month. Ordering, will you stop talking? Okay, so stop talking. Will you stop talking? That is how you order. Then with conditionals, wherever there's if you work hard, you will pass. You will not say if you will work hard, you will pass. No, you will not use two future tense. One will be in the present. If you work hard, then the next one will be in the future. You will pass. Then for time, when you reach home, he will call you. Okay. So for thoughts, predictions, when you have some fears and all those things, you again make use of the future. I promise I will not leave you alone. Leave you alone. Okay. Right. So this is how it is used. Now you have the exercises. So here you're given the pronouns and the be form. You have to use the suitable be form, like am example is given, isn't it? So you have to write 10 affirmative sentences, that is positive sentences, using one word from each column. Okay, like be form is not given, so use the suitable form with the pronoun, and then use going to. Going to is common with all, and then use one of this and make 10 positive sentences. Then after you make those 10 sentences, convert them or transform them into negative sentences and also interrogative sentences, so that you have practice. You know how to frame questions in the future tense, how to form the negatives in the future using the future tense, right? This is clear. Then next exercise is, you have to fill in the blanks using will. I dash my homework tomorrow. So to do is given there. So what will you do? I will do my homework tomorrow. So that way, well, I guess we dash the bus to work next week, right? Then he dash eat fried rice for dinner. Shalini dash not dash a job on Monday. The verb is quit. I think I dash a movie with Ramu tonight. The verb is watch. When dash Shanti dash old enough to drive. So be, be form you have to use there. My sister probably dash to camp this summer. The verb is go. Okay. So fill this exercise. Then you have the next exercise. You have to complete the sentences using either will or won't. Read it, see where there is an implied negative meaning, where you are getting the negative meaning, use won't there along with the verbs given in the, given below, like drink, burst, you burst crackers, burst, buy, visit, fly. So these are the verbs that are given there. Use them and fill up, the blanks using along with will or won't, depending upon the meaning conveyed. He is very thirsty. He dash all the juice. Pawan hates loud sounds. He dash crackers. He is doing a survey on plants. He dash the nursery. She does not like wearing saris. I don't think she dash a sari. The bird has broken its wings. It dash. Okay, so try to understand this and complete it. So with this, we come to an end of the future tense. You will have more of these exercises later on. Okay, so quickly recap. So the positive, again in this you have plan, unplanned. For anything you can use will. All right. So remember that. And how should you use will? Subject plus will plus base form of the verb. You will always use V1, and that to the base form without S and all that. Okay. Then the next one, negative, subject plus will plus not plus base form. All right. Then how to frame questions? You will start it with will plus subject plus base forms. You have the examples given there. So these are the uses when to use the future tense, right? Is this clear? So go through, complete these exercises and also the exercises from your textbook, and we will continue the tenses, right? Thank you.